0.60. You put a star mark here. Usually you will commit mistakes at this step. Okay, thickness unknowingly you will take it as 0.3 only. 0.2 we need to take. Along with this door opening, window opening and shelves, you need to do a few more deductions that I will tell you. See, when there is door opening in a wall, okay, see, when there is door opening in a wall or window opening, over the door, you might have observed there is a lintel beam provided. There is a lintel beam provided over the door. Okay, why this lintel beam is provided? What is the reason for providing this lintel beam over the openings? Lintel
So the
beam, it
wall
is a
should
reinforced
not
concrete beam.
follow.
Yes, yes.
The wall
Yes,
should not
yes.
follow directly on the door, sir. So that it
Yeah,
will
yeah.
crack.
That is the reason. Okay, because it's a opening. Okay, to withstand the load of the superstructure here over this opening. Okay, we will provide this lintel beam. What will happen is this lintel beam will carry the load of the superstructure above the opening, and it will transfer to the supports here. Means it will transfer to the wall. Okay, that is the reason we provide the lintel beams. Okay, so these lintel beams are made of this reinforced concrete, reinforced cement concrete. Therefore, we need to deduct volume of this lintel beams as well in the wall. Volume of this lintel beams as well. Even over the shelves are also we will provide the lintel beams. Okay, even over the shelves also we will provide the lintel beams. And the bearing length of the wall. Okay, extra bearing length, usually what is the total width of the door opening? It is 1.2 meter. 1.2 meter. So on either side around 0.15 meter, means 150 15 centimeter bearing will provide for the support, for giving the support to the lintel beam. So total length of the lintel beam which we provide is 1.2 meter plus 0.115 meter bearing on either side. So total length of 1.5 meter, 1.5 meter. We will do the reduction of the volume of the lintel beam. Is that clear, students? Over the door opening, we will provide the lintel beam. We need to deduct the volume of that lintel beam as well. Okay, in the total volume of the wall. Okay. Then while considering length of the lintel beam, now we have to give some bearing length. Okay, you cannot provide the lintel beam to the exact width equal to the width of the door opening. We have to, to provide the support for it, we will extend it to some more length. Okay, means that length we call it as bearing length of bearing. Okay, around 15 centimeter bearing on either side will take, extra length will take. Okay, so total length of the lintel beam will be width of the length of the door opening 1.2 meter plus 0.15 meter bearing on either side. So 1.2 plus 0.15 plus 0.15, it will give as 1.5 meter is the total bearing length. Okay, then what about the thickness and width of the bearing? It will be equal to the thickness of the wall only. Okay, this lintel beam means perpendicular to this board. It will have 30 centimeter thickness only, 30 centimeter width only, and the thickness of the lintel beam that we will see. Okay, let us see whether it is given, that data is given or not. Lintel Yes, here you can see, here there is a note given in the problem. Okay, there is a note given in the problem. All walls are of same section. Okay, lintel over doors, windows and shelves are 15 centimeter thick, reinforced brickwork. Okay, the thickness of the the thickness of the lintel is 15 centimeter. Okay, this thickness is, the thickness is 15 centimeter. Okay, total length is 1.2 plus 0.15 bearing on either side. Okay, that is the length. Thickness is 15 centimeter, and width will be equal to the width of the wall only. Okay, equal to width of the wall only. Okay, is that clear, students? Therefore, lintel over doors first. Lintel over doors. There are two number of doors. Numbers is 2. Tell me the length calculation, students. Now, just now I explained before. Just now I explained. Length will be, length of the bearing will be width of the length of the door opening. Length of the door opening is 1.2 meter plus bearing length of 15 centimeter on either side. Okay, bearing length of 15 centimeter on either side. 1.2 plus 2 into 0.15. This is 0.15 or 15 centimeter bearing on either side of opening. Okay, 15 centimeter bearing on either side of the opening. Therefore, total length of the lintel becomes 1.5 meter. Okay, 1.5 meter. Is this calculation clear for all? Any doubts here, students? Any doubts you can please ask. What about the width of the lintel? What will be the width of the lintel? Little beam. Tell me the answer, students. What about the width of the lintel beam? See, if there is a wall.
0.3, sir.
Yes. Tell me.
0.3, sir.
0.3 only. It is equal to width of the wall only. Okay. And height of the lintel, it is mentioned in the problem. How much? Height or thickness? 15 centimeter it is mentioned, 0.15 meter. 0.15. 15 centimeter. Tell me the quantity.
0.135.
0.13. I got 0.15. 135 meters. You can round it out to 0.14. Okay. Similarly, you do the calculation for lintel over windows. Lintel over windows. For windows also, you consider a 15 centimeter bearing on either side. Okay. And do the quantity calculation.
Length is 1.3 meters.
Length, yes, correct. 1.3 meter. Say width of the window given as 1 point, how much it is? Width of window. It is given as 1 meter. Okay. 1 meter is the width of the window. On either side, by giving the bearing length of 0.15, it becomes 1.3 meter length of bearing. L is equal to 1 plus 2 into 0.15. This is bearing. L is equal to 1.3 meter. There are 4 number of windows. 1.3 meter is the length. What about width? It will be equal to width of the wall only, that is 0.3 meter. 0.3 meter. Height of the lintel beam, it is mentioned in the problem, 0.15. Quantity, tell me.
0.234.
0.234. 0.23. The lintel over shells. Lintel over shells. There are how many numbers? Two numbers, correct? Two numbers of shells. Okay, two number of shells. For shells also we need to consider bearing of 0.15 meter on either side. Okay, 0.15 and 0.15, and length of the shell is 1 meter. So 1.3 meter will be the length for the shells as well. L is equal to 1 plus 2 into 0.15. L is equal to 1.3 meter. 1.3 meter. What about the thickness? Thickness?
0.2.
Not 0.2, 0.3 only, because we will provide the lintel beam for the full thickness of full width of the wall only. Okay. While doing the calculation of shell quantity calculation, you consider 0.2, but lintel beam now we will provide for the, we will maintain the uniformity for all the lintels. Okay, it will be 0.3 only. Put a star mark here. Okay. It will be 0.3 only. Height is same, 0.15. Quantity?
0.117.
0.117 means you can write it as 0.12. Okay. So by this you will get the total reduction. Total reduction. You calculate the total of window opening, door opening, shells, lintel, over doors, windows, and the shells.
4.398.
Okay, you can write it as 4.4 cubic meter. This is the total reduction. Therefore, the net total will be, therefore, net total is equal to 50.15 minus 50.15 minus 4.4.
45.75.
Yes, 45.75 cubic meter. Okay, I hope this calculation is clear for everyone. Still, if you have any doubts, you are open to ask the questions. Any doubts, students? Okay, I think to this we have completed all the questions. Okay, there were 5 questions asked. We have finished all the calculations. Okay, to this the problem is over. So if you have any doubts, you can ask in the calculation, any of the calculation, before I move to the next problem. No doubts? No questions?